When Israel was coming out of Egypt, they committed many sins against God, and God tested Moses. He said this, Moses, get out of the way. I'm going to destroy this people, and I will make a people out of you. And this is Moses' intercession. He said this, no, Lord, if you destroy this people, then your enemies will say that although you were strong enough, powerful enough to bring them out of the land of Egypt, you were not powerful enough to bring them into the land you promised them. You see what Moses is doing? He's concerned about God's reputation. I'm concerned about God's reputation here today. I want you to know that if God has brought you from the condemnation of sin, if He has truly saved you, if He has truly justified you, then the evidence of that is He will continue working in you to transform you. Why? Because every Christian is a demonstration of God's power. He is going to finish the work He has begun because His reputation depends upon it. That's why Paul warned in the book of Romans. He said that the name of God was blasphemed among the Gentiles because of the Jews who identified themselves with God and yet did not live according to God's commands. In the same way, many nations of this world mock this nation that we are in at this moment, the United States of America. And one of the reasons why they mock it is because they say, America claims to be a Christian nation, and yet almost every abomination that contaminates the world comes out of the United States. Every moral filth almost has its beginning here. So you see, the name of God is blasphemed among the nations because so many people in America believe themselves Christians when they live like devils. But that in itself is evidence that they have not come to know God. But you see, we're not talking, though, about a multitude of people. We're talking about you. Can you say, can you prove that since the moment of your conversion, there is evidence that God is working in your life to make you holy? Can you see that? Can you tell me that you are truly a Christian because when you look at the world and it maybe deceives you and draws you to it, that God comes and disciplines you? That when you participate in sin, you can't stand it because the Holy Spirit is so convicting you? Or can you simply call yourself Christian and yet look like the world, act like the world, talk like the world, dress like the world, do everything the world does? Now I want you to look at something here that's very important about your salvation. Our salvation is the work of God. Although there is a human element in it and there is a great mystery regarding the will of man and the will of God, we do know this. Salvation is primarily a work of God, and He who begins the good work will finish it. Now look at our text in verse 24. I want to accentuate, I want to emphasize the personal pronoun I that refers to God. Listen to what it says. For I, God speaking, I will take them from the nations. I will gather you into your own lands. I will bring you into your own land. I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you will be clean. I will cleanse you from all your filthiness. I will cleanse you from all your idols. I will put a new heart within you. I will put a new spirit within you. I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh. I will give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit within you, and I will cause you to walk in my statutes. Do you see what God is saying? He's saying, I'm going to do a work of salvation. I am going to create a new people called the church. And I am going to do it, and it is going to succeed. And through its succeeding, it is going to prove to the nations how powerful I am.